Hey guys, welcome to this new vlog. I'm speaking to you from my car. I'm just currently driving to the city, and I just had a phone call with a potential client here in Switzerland from the Romandie, the French-speaking part. And it was a friend of mine from Zurich who also has a media agency that was sending out emails, and this guy responded and he was like, hey man, this guy seemed interested, but he wanted to call. And so yeah, I called this guy, obviously because I speak French. That was a good opportunity for me, but unfortunately didn't manage to sell this guy on the product, which in that case would have been a short form content to help this guy build an audience on social media and at the end get leads from it. He wasn't seeing it. He just said basically, look man, I was more looking at like 2 posts a month and some sort of video but with like text on the screen or something. He had a totally different way of seeing things, so I tried to explain to him, look, with all of the content that's being put out there nowadays, with so much thing being put out there, you just gotta have video content with your authentic face on it. That's how you're gonna build trust. But somehow we didn't manage to do it. I'll reflect on it later to better understand what was going wrong there. But obviously didn't manage to sell him. But yeah, now off to the city, and then we'll have some more small work later to do. I'm currently driving back home, and yesterday I was editing the newest podcast episode of our DNY podcast, and something that I realized while editing the podcast, because that is always a great way to reflect on what I said and how I spoke and how I formulated all of my sentences. And when I formulated sentence, something that I saw is that usually when I try to make a point or say something, I started from one angle, and then instead of finishing that sentence, I like chime in another point in between into that sentence, which makes the sentence very long and the point very long, which in case of me wanting to edit reels out of the podcast makes it difficult as well, because you have to make sure that the reel is still not too long, and so you have to still make sure that the point is finished during the reel, otherwise it doesn't make sense. So that is something I need to improve. I need to make sure that I finish this specific point faster, because I always try to chime in something because I feel like that it would be valuable as well, which isn't that good. And today I want to record some more content as well, because as I said, I want to get to 3 times a day. At the moment I'm about 2, a bit more than 2, but it's not 3 consistently yet. We're at 2 consistently, and yeah, so I have these formats where I have 2 people talking, which is the founder on one hand and then the expert video editor on the other hand, and I want to test more of those to see how the audience likes that, because at the end of the day, content is all about testing. So yeah, that's what we have on the schedule for today. Let's get that. Good morning. We're here in Geneva. We just arrived. We just recorded a podcast episode with Yassine, who is somewhere in the back there on the phone doing something. We'll head to a coffee shop now to just exchange a bit. We did a podcast episode. Maybe we're gonna do another one. So yeah.